Hi guys, it's Roy from Bellados 3D here with a midweek quick tip video. And in this video I'm going to talk about the top 5 built-in add-ons that aren't enabled, or my top 5 that is. Okay, so to access add-ons in Blender you go up to the edit menu and select preferences. And this opens up the preference menu, in which is a tab called add-ons, which lists all of the add-ons that are available, some of which are enabled by default, but many of which are not enabled by default, and some are very useful. So the first one I'm going to look for is if I click into the search bar, I can type loop into the search bar, and it will bring up mesh loop tools. If we just make sure that the little box is ticked, and then make sure it's saved, and we'll come out of that. And what we'll do is we'll go into edit mode, and if we press N on the keyboard, it brings up the side menu just here, and there's a little tab there called edit. At the top you can see loop tools, and this brings up a list of various functions. Now the only one I actually use out of this tool is the circle function, and it's one of my favorite functions in Blender. So if I was to press Control and E and subdivide this cube, and we'll give it, say, 6 loops, okay, and unselect everything. Now if I was to select all of the vertices in a square on the mesh, it needs to be a square shape, then click the circle button. As you can see, it's moved all them vertices round, so it's now in a circle. And if I press 3 to go into face mode, and press C to circle select all the faces in there, I can then extrude that, and I've got a perfect cylinder coming out of my cube. As I say, this is actually my top favourite tool in the add-ons. And number 2, if we go back to the preferences, this is a very simple add-on that can increase your workflow speed quite considerably. If we search for F2, that brings up mesh F2. Make sure that's enabled and saved. And what this does, it's very simple. It's not amazing, but it's just one of them things that you think, wow, that makes my life easier. If you go into tab, we go into face mode, and let's select all of these faces here, and we'll delete these faces so there's a hole in there. Now we want to fill this hole in, but we want to fill each individual square back in. Now normally we would have to go into edge mode, click, and then fill a face. But with F2 enabled, all we have to do is click this edge here and press the F button, and it will automatically find the geometry to create a face. Not a remarkable add-on, but it makes a difference in your workflow. Okay, my third favourite add-on is a very simple add-on. And again, we go into the preferences, and we will search for auto. And in the list that comes up, you'll find mesh auto mirror. And we all know how mirrors work. When you go into a mirror, you can say, for example, I can cut this model in half like this. Oh, I'll make it easier, do it this way. XF and GY. Cut the model in half there. And we can go to the modifiers tab, and we can add a mirror modifier and switch it to the Y and turn on clipping, and all these little buttons we have to press to get a mirror on our model. And we can connect it like this, and so on. Now, what auto mirror does, and you've probably guessed exactly what it does by its name, is if we select an object in object mode and go to the auto mirror and click the auto mirror button, that will automatically mirror. across the it will automatically cut the model in half and mirror for you, and it makes life pretty much easier. I can move that out of the way. I can create another cube, and again I can select auto mirror, and it doesn't look like anything's done, but when you go into the actual model you'll find that it's actually cut the model in half and created the mirror all ready for you, so you don't have to do it. Okay, the last two I will do together. If we go into preferences and type in extra, you'll get two entries appear. One is add curve extra objects and add mesh extra objects, and these are quite simple. One adds extra curves that you can add, and one adds extra objects that you can add. For example, if I was to press Shift and A, and we look in here, and there's actually extra objects in here. For example, there's a single vert, a round cube, a torus object, gears, pipe joints, diamonds, various other items. For example, we'll put the single vert in there in edit mode, and that creates a single vertex in the middle there. So just see that, which is brilliant for if you want to create trees, because if you press E, do you know what? It would help if I went into edit mode and then I press E and extruded, and E and extruded again and again, and then I could select that one, and I could extrude out here and up there, and again on that one I could create one there. And then what I did was what I could do is go to the add modifier, and I could solidify that monitor. No, I couldn't. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Give it a skin modifier. I could create trees and all sorts using single vertices, which is a great thing to do. Okay, and again, there's all these extra meshes. For example, a round cube, which works similar to a subdivided cube. Sorry, a beveled cube. Various torus objects. We've got a twisted torus there, and these all have various options that you can use to adjust them. And again, under curves, if you go under curves, you've got, originally you've only got Bezier curves, you've got circle curves, and here you've got NURBS, paths, angles, arcs, ellipses, polygons, lots of different curve shapes that you can use. So that's my 5 top add-ons. Loop tools, F2, extra mesh objects and extra curve objects, and auto mirror. I hope that's useful to you, and if you like the content, please press the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.